I always hated seeing others being cyber bullies and people being cyber bullied. My name is Emerson, and I want to put this idea out there. Cyberbullying is not okay. Let's move on with our first component, your personal information. You can always tell if someone's trying to get your personal information by them trying to edge the conversation toward you. If that ever happens, you try and change the subject, but don't make it too obvious. They'll realize what you're doing and try again. If they do try again, then block and report them. And if there's an adult around, get an adult. It should go a little something like this. Say you're on a quest to get a giant tree. So, where do you live? Oh, I don't share that kind of information. Oh, look, there's the giant tree. Let's go to it. Should morph into that. The computer is like a mask. You have no idea who's behind it. It could be your friend. It could be another person faking being your friend. What I'm trying to say is, it could be anybody. So don't share anything. It's okay if there's a friend on FaceTime, but make sure there's no stranger around him or her. I also want to add, if you start sharing your information and doing it too much, then people will start knowing when you sleep, when you eat, what you do every day, what your name is, your real name. And also you can start getting hacked. This video shows signs of how you can get hacked and how you will notice.
Signs your computer has been hacked. Cyber attacks have recently become a very popular problem, so everyone is worried about protecting their data. To prevent your passwords or 12 signs your computer has been hacked. Cyber attacks have recently become a very popular problem, so everyone is worried about protecting their data. To prevent your passwords or other important data from being stolen, you have to pay attention to any changes on your computer. Your printer doesn't work properly and you don't know what it means. Your webcam behaves unusually. We're going to tell you about 12 important signs that your computer has been hacked and your data and pictures have been stolen. Number 12, the antivirus is switched on. Antivirus programs are pretty hard to disable even when you want to. They have special safety protocols that ask you 2 or even 3 times if you are sure that you don't want the program to work. So it's almost impossible that you turn it off accidentally. The first thing that good hackers do is disable the antivirus so that you can't detect the intrusion. But you are smarter than that, right? So as soon as you notice that your antivirus is off, turn it back on and contact the specialist. Number 11, you receive fake antivirus warnings. If you see antivirus warnings that look different or unusual, this is a clear sign of a hack. Another bad sign is if you have a new antivirus you didn't install. However, before you start to worry, check if your old antivirus software was updated. Maybe it just looks different now. Number 10, your passwords don't work. If you can't access some of your accounts and you're sure you didn't change your passwords and forget about it, your computer has most likely been hacked. Fortunately, most services have the two-factor authentication, so you can restore your passwords by having a code sent to your phone number. Once you've done it, change passwords even for the accounts that apparently haven't been hacked yet. Tell all your friends not to open messages. If you can't access some of your accounts and you're sure you didn't change your passwords and forget about it, your computer has most likely been hacked. Fortunately, most services have the two-factor authentication, so you can restore your passwords by having a code sent to your phone number. Once you've done it, change passwords even for the accounts that apparently haven't been hacked yet. Tell all your friends not to open messages from you and not to go through the links sent from your accounts. Number 9. Your number of friends has grown. If you see some people on your social network pages that you don't know, and there are many of them, it's a clear sign that your computer, or at least your account, has been hacked. Check the chats with your friends for spam messages.
And thank you, that is the video. Let's move on to our second main key component, mean comments. If you're watching a video and there's a mean comment, then tell the person, don't say that, or that's not nice. And if you know the person who made the video, comfort them. I was reading comments on this video, and I counted at least 37 hate comments on this YouTube video. Some of them had curse words. Playing online can be frustrating, even if there's this microphone involved. One could say a horrible or inappropriate thing in the chat, or on a microphone for all to hear. You can either block this player, ignore them, or get an adult. Organizations like Facebook on other people's posts and your posts, whatever you want. Sometimes they can be mean. Other times they can be nice, but mostly mean. It's one thing to be teasing, being pals. Another thing to get to non-stop bullying. Don't cross that line. Let's move on to our third and final key component. Games of public chat and images in chat. Roblox, not saying I play it or offend anyone, has an in-game chat that you can type anything you want in it. Luckily, they put however amount of stars there is where the mean or horrible word is. Other games, just let it fly. They're not like Roblox, they just let it fly and people see it. You can either ignore this person, or report them and block them, or get an adult if there is one around. The web is a wonderful place to look up images like cute puppies or cat memes, but it's also a place to look up mean or hurtful or even inappropriate things. Some people will just do it to gross you out, and other times you're awkward and you feel uncomfortable and you're too awkward to tell the person that sent you this that you're uncomfortable with it. If you ever bump into the situation, then if it's really bad, block and report the player, and if it's not so bad, try and speak up. Playing online with people can be very, very annoying. There's this one point with a game with in-game chat where people were doing it wrong, and the other team just kept taking us out and bringing us back down to scratch #1 when they weren't supposed to. A lot of people logged off and a lot of people were banned because of this. Me? I was kind of mad too, but I kept my cool and just give it a break. So you may be wondering, how did this get into this component? It's because, well, sadly, a lot of people blew up the chat with horrible comments on the other team. So advice here, just to give it a break sometimes. Finally, we shall conclude this video. In conclusion, don't share your personal information. Don't share mean comments or be mean. Act on others, bullies, cyber bullies, mainly. Mean and horrible decisions. I mentioned getting an adult, blocking and reporting the player a lot in this video. And that's because it's the right thing to do. Have your parents ever told you, don't take candy from strangers? Don't eat after you brush your teeth. Don't do this, don't do that. That's because they want you to make the right choices in life. Now it's my turn to do that. Don't be a cyberbully and act on other cyberbullies' mean decisions. Thank you.